What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to our YouTube channel. I hope everyone's doing well. You probably notice my backdrop's a little different. I'm not in the shop right now. I do live in Brampton, Ontario in Canada. So for those of you that don't know, we are on a 28-day lockdown right now. I think this is the second week into the lockdown, and there's not really much to do, guys. So I figured I'd make a little product review for you guys on two different outliners that I've been using for the last little while. One of them I just got a couple months ago, and it's quickly become one of my favorite tools in my arsenal. The two outliners I'm going to be reviewing today are the Wahl Cordless Detailer Li and the Andis Cordless T-Outliner. I got the T-Outliner probably about a year and a half ago, and back then I would say it easily was my favorite tool, favorite outliner I should say. Nice build, it's got a good weight to it, nice T-wide blade on it, and of course cordless. You can't beat it. The fact that it's cordless, when you're doing beards, it's easy to maneuver around without having to get tripped up or tangled up in the cord. So the fact that it's cordless is amazing. So, build quality, everything about it is phenomenal. The price point, I would say it's a little high if you ask me. It retails for around $300, which I think is pretty expensive for an outliner, if I'm being honest. Comes with a couple of guards. I gotta be honest, I don't have the guards on me. I really have no use of them. I don't ever use them. So it's really just meant for a little bit of detailing work around the mustache area. Other than that, they're rendered kind of useless if you ask me. So there's that one. And then of course you have the Wahl Cordless Detailer Li. Now if you've been watching my last few videos I put up on YouTube, you would know fairly quickly that this has got to be one of my favorite tools right now, if not my favorite tool right now. When they came out with the corded version of this tool, which was long time ago, that's been out for forever. I actually hated that machine, the corded version of the Detailer. I had about 3 over the course of the time that I've been a barber, and I hated them. They were absolutely garbage. God forbid you bump the tool and the blade shifts. It's just virtually impossible to have gotten it back to the way it was. And I felt like the trimmer was just never the same. So I kind of got off the whole Wahl outliner tip for a while. That being said, however, I do have the corded Wahl Hero. Now that machine is amazing. It's smaller. I don't have it on me today, but it is fairly small. It's super powerful. It can rip through the thickest of hair when you're doing a skin fade, so no complaints with that. Not reviewing that machine today, so I just thought I'd make mention of it. But Wahl's come a long way with the cordless detailer, I gotta say. Obviously for one, it's cordless. That's a big feat, and it's extremely powerful. Both of these machines, the Andis and the Wahl, both have rotary motors, which is phenomenal. So when it comes to just ripping through really dense, thick hair, when you're doing a skin fade, phenomenal. Now, I can't say the same about the Andis T-Outliner. The Wahl Detailer, however, this bad boy, it's just chomping right through. No problems, it's not gonna catch. It's super powerful in that regard. The Andis, however, when it comes to removing bulk, I gotta say I'm a little disappointed. I love Andis, I love all of their tools for the most part, but the cordless T-Outliner, for the price point, I'd expect it to have the capability to really just get in there and remove a bunch of hair. It doesn't have that ability, I have to be completely honest. Especially, even the corded version of the T-Outliner. Just a little story, a little tip you guys might not know. The corded Andis T-Outliner, that was the first machine I ever bought as a barber. So I still have it to this day. It still works, not very well, but it's phenomenal. I felt really nostalgic buying this machine, and I had high hopes for it because it is cordless. So my expectations were really high up. I gotta say though, the unfortunate part about this is when you have clients that have like finer hair, especially clients that have blonde hair. I don't know if you guys will know what I mean, but a lot of clients that have blonde hair, really fine hair, on the back of their neck, I found both the corded version and the cordless version to be, they have a hard time removing that hair, especially in the back there. So that's a little unfortunate. And you'd imagine, again, for the price point, it shouldn't have any issues doing something like that. Like, that's not really even removing bulk, it's just removing those baby hairs. It just kind of like goes over them, but it doesn't really cut anything, which I find really annoying. Now, the Wahl Cordless Detailer, on the other hand, no problems. I mean, this thing will rip through fine hair, dense hair, medium hair, it doesn't matter. The density of the hair or the coarseness of it, this thing is phenomenal. Both of these machines come with a charging dock. So this one here, this is the Wahl charging dock right here. I don't know how well you guys can see that. And you have the Andis cordless dock right here. Well, sorry, it's not cordless. It can be cordless because you can unplug it, but it's supposed to be corded. So my mistake. So there you have the two charging docks. Both feel very well made. They've got a good weight to them. Both, like I said, are quality machines. Although I do prefer the Cordless Detailer. The Andis T-Outliner is very well built as well. And the same can be said about their charging docks. They have a nice weight to it as well, which I really like. The other thing too, which I find really cool and unique about the Wahl charging dock as opposed to the Andis, is that it's got this really cool swivel at the back where the plug sort of plugs into the dock. That is really cool. I like that. So depending on your setup at your shop or at home, wherever you're using this machine, you know, you're not just stuck to having it in one position, and you won't put a lot of strain on the actual cord. So you can actually kind of turn it, which is really nice. So the dock can be stationary, but that can swivel. That I found really unique, and I like that. For me, it's all about the, you know, the little things, to be honest. Whereas with the Andis charging dock, you can see it only has that one position, in and out, but it does not swivel at all. So you're a little limited in that regard. Another cool feature about both of the outliners is that if the machine happens to die, let's just say you're cutting all day and you forget to put it on the dock, what I really like is that you can actually unplug it from the dock and plug it right into the machine, which I think is really cool, and the machine will get going right away. There's no wait time on either of the outliners. Both will get going right away, which I really like, and I believe that has something to do with the fact that it has a lithium-ion battery in both. So that is a phenomenal little add-on, I guess. So both have that capability. When you plug them in, both of my outliners right now are on like medium life batteries, so I don't know how well you guys can see that, but you can see that it starts to flash blue on and off. That means it's charging. And the same thing with the Andis. So you guys can see it's flashing on and off. That means it's charging. When it's just solid, that means it's fully charged, so it's ready to go. So that's the chargers there. Runtime on both machines, I don't know. I mean, they say you get about 100 hours on each of them. I really don't know, because every time I'm done with one of my outliners or any one of my cordless power tools that have a charging dock, I'll just put it right back onto the dock. I rarely ever just leave them off. I don't get why people do that. I mean, you have a dock for a reason. So as soon as it's done, as soon as the battery dies out, or not even the battery dies out, as soon as I'm done a cut or whatever it is I'm doing with that machine, I'll just place it back on a charging dock, and so it gets going and it kind of like fills the battery life back up. I do understand that some manufacturers suggest you don't do that, because I think that can ruin the battery over time. But don't take my word for it. I don't know. Maybe that's the thing. I really couldn't tell you. I I only have the box, unfortunately, for the detailer. I think I got rid of the Andis one, but this is the box that it comes in. You know, it comes with a couple of guards, a couple of these red guards. There's a half guard, a 1 guard, and a 1.5 guard. And in my opinion, the 1.5 red guard that snaps onto the detailer is the best guard when it comes to trimming the mustache area. In my opinion, it doesn't matter how long or burly someone's beard is. If your client isn't rocking one of those like car collector mustaches that's super long and exaggerated, and they just kind of want a nice tapered mustache, kind of how my mustache is like shorter than the rest of my beard, you can slap on your 1.5 guard and just really get in there and detail it. And I like how the blade itself has a nice low profile, so you can really get into those tight areas, which is nice, as opposed to using your clipper with a guard. This gets into really tight spaces. It's really meant for that detail work around the mustache or in that goatee area, especially in here. It gets to be really tight. So if you get your clients to just tighten their lips like so, you can really get into all those difficult areas. So these guards are great for that. And yeah, I mean, I would highly recommend using those guards when it comes to detail work, especially around the mustache. So I guess the long and short of it all is, I've probably already mentioned it about 5 times already, but I think the detailer, the Wahl Detailer Li, takes it by a long shot. Again, I love Andis, but I have to give it to Wahl on this one. This machine is phenomenal. I think it comes in at a price point around $190 to $200, give or take, depending on where you're getting it, if there's a sale going on. Worth every penny. Super powerful, has a nice weight to it, doesn't feel like a piece of crap toy like some of the machines out there do feel kind of shitty and light. This one does not. It's really well built, it's sturdy. Same goes for the Andis. So build quality, phenomenal. The charging docks, great on both. Both, again, like I mentioned earlier, have rotary motors, but for whatever reason, the cutting ability on the Andis T-Outliner, when it comes to removing bulk or finer hair in the back, it's not gonna do it, and I don't know why. The other thing too is, as of lately, I'd say in the last 3 or 4 months, I've noticed that the Andis, I thought a lot of hair was building up around the motor, because all of a sudden when I'd hold it at certain angles, it would just shut off. Like the machine is on, but it would just shut off, and I have no idea why. And I opened the machine up, I got all the hair, I blew it all out with a little air compressed can, but still keeps doing it. And again, I haven't had the machine for very long, so I wasn't anticipating having problems like that so early on. So that was a little disappointing for me, personally. I know it sounds like I'm really shitting on the T-Outliner, but again, no issues with this guy. I mean, this thing just rips right through. Even if hair tends to build in, I don't have those issues where if I'm holding at certain angles, it's just gonna shut off on its own. That doesn't happen. So, sound-wise, both are about the same pitch, I guess. I don't think one is, let's see. I'll let you guys determine. This is the Andis. Sounds kind of weird to me. I don't know, kind of annoying if you ask me. And this is the detailer. So you can hear it already, is that the motor on the detailer sounds a lot more fluid, and it's kind of like the same pitch. So I'll let you guys hear that again. And then this is the Andis. I don't know if you guys can actually catch that in the audio where it sounds like it's going high and low. That also indicates that the motor, I don't know, something's up with the motor, and it's pretty annoying, to be honest. So there's that. You've got the same switch. I believe the switch is the same on the Andis that it was on the corded version. So you got the little switch here. That goes on, that goes off. The detailer, however, I believe this one is different. I think the corded version had the little switch at the bottom where you switched, I believe it was I don't know, left was on or right was on, and the vice versa, but the other one was off. They've switched it now. You got the little switch on the side here, and the bottom here, that's where it plugs in. If you forget to put it on the dock, you can just plug it right into the machine and it's gonna get going. So there's that. So yeah, like I said, guys, you know, the corded version of these, the Wahl was kind of crappy if you ask me. The T-Outliner, you know, staple tool. I mean, I had the corded version of it. It was, like I said, it was the first tool I ever bought as a barber. So I'll always have a space in my heart for the Andis T-Outliner. And the detailer, the cordless, phenomenal. I mean, you got the nice chrome on it. You know, the detailer font looks really sleek on the front there. It's a little longer as well. And you know, they have this little like bevel here on the top, which I believe, I like keep placing my finger there when I'm outlining. I don't know if that was intentional, that they did that on purpose, but that's what I use it for. And yeah, overall guys, that's it. So there you guys have it. That's the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys learned something about both the Cordless Detailer and the Cordless T-Outliner. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you haven't. And if you really like the video, feel free to share it with, you know, people you might know in the industry or whoever. A little disclaimer, I'm not sponsored by either company, Wahl or Andis. This is just my own personal opinions and my own personal review on both of the machines. So just thought I'd make mention of that. And I hope you guys continue to stay safe. Please continue to wear your masks, just so, you know, I don't know, we can just get through this whole corona thing, guys, because I know I've just about had it. I want to get back to my regular life. You know, like I mentioned earlier, we are on lockdown for a little while longer, up until I think the last week of December. So, you know, that's rough, not being in business for the month of December. It's the busiest month for any business. We potentially could have made up for losses in the 4 months we were in quarantine back in March, but that's not going to happen. So we just kind of have to hold tight, and hopefully this blows over. We're supposed to be getting a vaccine in the near future, so you know, guys, fingers crossed everything works out. But until then, guys, take care. Thank you for watching, and until next time, guys, take it easy.